Hello all my Phantom friends and welcome back to World of Tanks, and today I'm going to be doing a tank review on the Death Star, aka the FV215B 183. This is a British Tier 10 tank destroyer. So let's go over the statistics right off the bat and then we'll get into some gameplay. Alright, so right away we notice it's got 183 millimeter, hence the name FV215B 183. Okay, the reload is around 30 seconds, but with good crew skills and equipment, you could reduce that reload by a decent amount. Barrel depression is 5 degrees, isn't very much. Your ammunition hash, essentially, that's what this is. Hits pretty hard regardless, as you can see. Max damage is 2100, and then the minimum is 13. So if we go in here, we'll look at the armor model. So overall, your thickest point is your mantlet. Okay, your turret is rather thick, okay? Talking 230, 254 millimeters, 203 millimeters. Your cheeks, a little bit less thick, but you're at a rounded angle, so 177 millimeters is not too bad. Now, granted, you are a tank destroyer, so don't expect you to be bouncing everything, but Tier 9s, if they're not aiming correctly, they'll aim for this, and this is not a weak point. Your upper hull is 152 millimeters. Decent angle, but then again, not going to bounce too much. Your little hatch up above is 139 millimeters, which is kind of covered by that armor up there, as you can kind of see there. A little bit covered, so it makes it less of a hit point. Your upper of your mantlet is 127 millimeters, so that's pretty thin. The all up of that, see how it's at an angle, but and it's the side of your turret as well. 101 millimeters. Your gun is 80 millimeters. Your lower plate is 76 millimeters, and your rear is also 76 millimeters, so that's not very good at all. So do your best to hide your lower plate. 50 millimeters for your side and the back side of your turret. 44 for the top of your turret. Your lower plate is 38 millimeters. Underneath, doesn't matter. Your upper hull top is 31 millimeters. Tracks is 25 millimeters. That's pretty standard. And underneath you doesn't really matter too much. And then you've got a small amount of spaced armor on the side at 6 millimeters, which is very much at all. Alright, so let's get to the important part, and that is the gun. So, as you can see here, the rate of fire is about 2 rounds a minute, with the standard shells being 310 millimeters of penetration, with about 1150 damage per shot. Your premium is 275 millimeters, so that should be not heat. Well, maybe it is heat. 275 millimeters at 1750, and your high explosive squash head rounds, or HESH, at 92 millimeters of penetration for 1750 as well. Your accuracy is absolutely god-awful for a tank destroyer, 0.4. Your aim time is god-awful at 3.4 seconds. So don't expect to be snapshotting anybody in this tank. And sniping at long ranges, which you would hope to expect to do with this tank, is actually pretty difficult, especially when you are shooting your HESH shells, which... So these are HESH high explosive shells. Pretty spendy. These are also HESH as well, so, but notice you only have 12 rounds of shells to shoot. That is it. That is all your tank can carry. The capacity bar right underneath the ammo is full. See that as an example. So when you're in the Death Star, you have to be constantly thinking about your ammo. Okay? You have to be thinking about your ammo, how much you have left, because You could shoot 12 shots in a battle, and you're done. You're out of ammo. There's nothing you can do. Some people take... I used to run 2 of these and 9 of these. But I don't know. This is the type of ammo right here that you're gonna wanna shoot with the Death Star. This is the reason why people get the Death Star. This one right here. So, and it shows the damage and the penetration, max and minimum, on these high explosive cells. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I think that's about all. For equipment, definitely a large caliber gun rammer. You're going to want to do an enhanced gun lay and drive because your aim time is really bad. And then you do vents because it's going to improve everything by 5%. So this is the loadout I use for my equipment for my Death Star. And 2 repair kits and 1 med kit. And repair kit for ammo racks and tracks. So that's why I use it twice. But with that all being said, let's get into some gameplay. So, the plan is, I ran my Death Star last night on my Wednesday night stream. So if you haven't seen that, go to my Twitch channel, Ghost X Only. Check that out. It was towards the end of the evening, so be mindful of that. It's not right away. But I ran some Death Star last night, and it went fairly well. So I'm hoping to hopefully have the same effect right now. Got some awesome shots and some awesome damage. Alright, let's look at the loadout here. Let's see what we got. Bottom to top. Let's see. Squishy, 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 squishy. 50 TP, not too squishy. Conquer, pretty squishy. E4, if he's in the facing frontal, that's going to be pretty difficult. Object room 40 is pretty squishy. And everything up is not so hot. Not so squishy. So I don't... Man. First time I've spawned on this side, actually. So I'm gonna go to the right here. You could also run binoculars or coated optics, but the only problem with that is you gotta get rid of something. Okay, you can't have more than 3 equipment, so something's gonna be missing, and that's the sucky part. Definitely don't want to be caught on the front lines with the Death Star. But he does have okay turret armor, so you probably could. But people know, at least with the Death Star... Oh, shit. People know with the Death Star that... Yeah, he's dangerous. But when he shoots, that's the time that they rush. And that's what people do, because they know the reload of the Death Star is fairly long. So we're gonna help out my allies over here on this corner, because everybody feels a little bit safer with the Death Star at their back. Now, in the hands of a capable player, not speaking of me, but in the hands of a good player, like the holy good God. Well, that's not a Death Star that just shot that tank, but he made the mistake of pulling out when he should have not. Have pulled out behind that rock. Oh, I hit the dead body. What a whiff. But in the hands of a capable player, the Death Star is a very dangerous tank, and it holds its name very, very well. It's a nice shoot, like, honestly. I want to be cautious of artillery as well, because I'd be exaggerating if I wouldn't say I'm not an artillery target for sure. Oh my gosh. And this is the burden of the Death Star as well. Because each of these shells costs about 8,000 to shoot. So they're very, very spendy. See, the IS-7 knows I'm not reloading. He knows I'm not a threat, so he's not going to shoot me. He knows, at least he thinks he knows, he can take me out at any point in time, or we're gonna push because I don't care. Hello! Oh yeah, you're gonna ram me, huh? Go on. See you in hell, buddy. Alright, so yeah, I took a lot of damage there, pretty low health. There's an object 140 there, so I'm going to reload, but I am really vulnerable to artillery. Don't worry, if I do die here, I will play another round in the Death Star, so do not be alarmed. I don't know if they know I'm over here. They do now. Okay. So I'm only down to 8 shells. I'm reloading now. Oh my gosh, there's an E5 right behind me.
Friendly vehicle destroyed.
Oh boy, this could be my death, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, the Death Star, though it is a good tank, the time between your reload and your next shell is just so long. And players like that IS-7, the C5, they don't even look at me. Because they know I've shot. They know I've shot. They know I have a long reload. So they don't even bother with me. Now, the E5 probably wouldn't have bothered with me too much if I was on more full health. Because low health, he's like, okay, he's reloading. I don't have to worry about him. And he was right. I was reloading, and there was nothing I could have done there. I could have done, what I could have done differently is I maybe could have gone, instead of around this way, maybe could have stuck up in front here, kind of where these two tanks are now, this guy, and supported them a little bit better because they're still alive. And everybody that went along this corner with me ended up getting wiped out. So, you know, GG to the enemy team, GG to the IS-7 and the E5. They played good games. And, I mean, what do you do? That's the stuff you kind of risk and run when you run a Death Star. So that's kind of what you deal with. So we'll finish watching up this battle here, and then we'll go another Death Star match. Oof. Good shot by the 8 Panzer 100. Oh, he's got a 6-year mark. Well, good for this guy. Good for this guy. 6 years. I think this AMX-50B just shot off his last shell. Oof. 705A took him out, and all those shots is the 8 Panzer 100 on fairly significantly low health. But he's still cracking. That just proves that you are a very dangerous tank. And as long as you've got health, you're still a gun in the game, which is very important. Because he didn't just give up, he's still fighting away, and there's no artillery he has to worry about, and he is up on the high ground. So he does have some advantages on his side, but his reload is significantly slow. So that's probably what's going to get him killed in the end here. Alright, E4 around the corner. So the 8 Panzer 100 is about 23 second reload. E4, somewhere around in there. So he's loaded now, but he's on such low health that he can't do much. So now he's just gonna wait. Ooh, okay. 5A on. Oh, and that's the game. But don't worry, we're gonna do another artillery, or not an artillery, but we're gonna do another start run here in a second. Oh, 26,000. What's that? IS Soviet vehicles. Cool. But yeah, middle of the board, 1,700 damage. Could have done a lot more, but that is what it is. So let's just go straight right in. We're not gonna go back to garage. We'll go in with another Death Star. Hopefully I play a little bit smarter this time and don't miss so many shells like I did last time. Not a bad map. Not a bad map at all. They have one Death Star in their team. Lots of heavy tanks, though. Alright, here we go.
Alright, men. We've got enemies.
So yeah, my reload's about 24 seconds or so, so from 30 to 24 seconds, it's pretty good. Pretty good buff. But that's only done by equipment and crew members, so. Alright.
Enemy exposed.
Another light tank, not a surprise. Stop right here. So this map can get pretty small pretty quickly. One side just crumbles and the other side doesn't. So that's a big thing that happens most of the time. Now you can side scrape with the Death Star. It's just you don't have very much side armor, so it makes it pretty risky. I don't know what I'm detected by. I don't know what I'm detected by, but I don't like it. Okay, E5 chilling there. Type 5 heavy chilling there, but I did bounce both shells there. That's already 1,000 damage blocked. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna use my repair kit, it's just a light tank. Not in any recent danger.
Drive on.
We do have some issues coming by the field way here because nobody's over by the field. No one's protecting the field.
The enemy
Shot many of these guys. Oh man. There's that accuracy for you. Not real accurate. Missed my shot. And now we're stuck between reloads here. A lot of their heavies are just sitting around the back doing nothing, which is
ready to fire HE ram.
very concerning, actually. light tank.
The enemy knows our location.
I think I can shoot through the door.
HE round ready to fire.
Only 717 damage, not a lot.
We've been
Not
detected.
a lot.
All our artillery has been destroyed. They found us.
Alright, I'm not gonna just rush over there because there's a lot of mediums over there, and it's not a lot of things I want to deal with, and that's one of them. This bad shit backs up enough, I can take a shot at him, but
We've been detected.
there we go. 1200 damage for the Death Star. That's what I like to see. But now I'm stuck on the reload period. This is where it gets tense. Bat chat to my left over here. A light tank to my left.
High explosive round ready. They found us.
Oh my gosh. I gotta shoot it though. I can't not shoot that light tank. You gotta take your shots,
Vehicle
man.
destroyed.
Especially when we're this low of teammates and stuff.
They just hit our main gun. It's been damaged. The cannon
Fix
is
my
up,
main
but the
gun.
sights are still open.
I turn towards these
Ready to fire.
whippies over here. Oh my gosh.
Everyone, get out.
This is honestly what you get with the Death Star. This is a lot. This is how most of the battles turn out. At least for me. Because I'm not the best player. I'm not the worst player. But the Death Star has a lot of things that hold it back. Aim time, reload. If you're shooting the HESH shells, as you can see, sometimes they don't work out very well. Your shell velocity is really bad. So, you know, there's a lot of things that hold the Death Star back. Yes, it hits hard. Yes, it's dangerous, but that's if you get those shots. If you hit your target. And in this game, the if is a big thing. That's a big thing. Because of the RNG, the if is a big aspect of the game. Actually, I don't even think I hit that light tank. I don't even think I hit him. I think I splashed him. We can check in the stats after this match, but GG, the enemy team. What I should have done is I should have went, instead of sticking around in here, I should have went down here with the rest of my team. I should have went this building area over here. A lot more cover for me. I made the mistake of staying up over here, continually shooting from over here. But all their heavies were sitting right here. So, crossing the gap in the beginning, after I would have moved from behind the buildings, I probably would have been shot a couple times. Because I'm not a very fast team in this tank, and and you're a big target. So, So I got 2,300 damage that time. Still lost 39,000. And that's in repairs, repair kit, ammo costs. But let's just see if I even hit that ELC. Okay, I did. Alright. Penned. Penned. Penned for 12, so that was a good shot. We will do one more Death Star battle, hope for a good outcome. If not, I'm still going to post this video because just to show you that this is how majority of the battles go in the Death Star. There is not one that has constantly good battles. I mean, it's just with the RNG factor in the game, it makes it very hard for anybody to have countless good battles. And in the Death Star, the chances of that happening are very much increased of not doing very well each match. Seeing guys with 3 marks on their Death Star, and I'm like, how do you do it? Because I find myself dying quite a bit at the Death Star. But anyway, last game in the Death Star. Here we go. They've got 2 Death Stars on their team. We have me and another one. Alright, well. I think I know where I want to go.
We've got enemies incoming. Either take
The
them out,
better question is,
catch them
should I go this way?
Let's go.
Well, we're gonna go this way. See how well it goes. Looks like the other Death Star is coming this way as well. Oh, there he is. Okay. I'm cruising at 30 miles, 30 kilometers. That's not too bad. Chief decided to be brave. Now he makes his mistake. Realizes he shouldn't be over here. I'm gonna try to get a shot on him. He can shoot me all he wants.
They've spotted us.
Try everybody. So I'm thinking these are the Death Stars. One's a prototype, one's a Death Star. Oh, sorry. So now, this is the waiting game. Someone will get impatient, someone will rush. I got 1,700 damage, but I did not get the kill. Somebody else killed him.
We got a damaged track.
So the Death Star's reloading.
Ready to fire a key round. They found us.
Can shoot. Type right here.
Our tracks come off. We're stuck.
I'm not about to sit there.
Enemies got us in their sight. We're mobilized.
Oh gosh, it's a Death Star battle. Holy crap. But anyway, guys, that's Death Star. It's the Death Star in a nutshell. And when I first got the tank, I was super excited. But it ended up disappointing me, honestly. I mean, because you see all these Death Stars hitting for 1,700, and I did this battle. I hit for 17, but it doesn't happen all the time. It happens very rarely, for me at least. So it was a little bit of a letdown when I got the Death Star. Now you're probably saying, well, Ghost, the PC doesn't have the Death Star anymore. Well, you're right, the PC don't. So I'm not going to take the Death Star for granted. I'm glad I have it, but there's far more reliable and far more better tank destroyers than the Death Star. Death Star is a truly fun tank to play in, but if you're here to play a competitive game and have fun with it, the Death Star more often than not just found me frustrated. That's it. This tank is more for fun, and if you don't care about credits, and you don't care about, you know, anything else, then yes, the Death Star is the tank to go with, but like I said, I found myself rather disappointed with the Death Star in the end, because I wasn't getting those big shots that I had been shot by and as I have seen. So, but anyway, that'll about sum up the video for the Death Star. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you like the video, comment, let me know what you guys think of the Death Star. And if you guys have had good games, or if it's just me who hasn't had any good games. It very well could be. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see all of you